Hello. Sorry that I have not posted in many a month. I procrastinated. I have a new room. Hi. It's a different, very completely unrelated. But yeah, I have a new room. Also, sorry in advance if you hear anything outside. My sister is babysitting a very young child. They're outside playing a game. So, sorry if you hear that, or if you don't, and I say something about what's going on, like what I can hear, and it doesn't make any sense. Sorry in advance, because that's almost definitely going to happen. I would like to start off by saying, very sorry that I have not posted in a while. I wasn't even that busy. I was mainly just like, the editing. I didn't post or even make something for a while. I was like, I have a lot of ideas, and I want to do them. But also, I want to play Minecraft. So I played a lot of Minecraft. But a lot has happened over, I believe, 3 months. So I will be posting 3 podcast videos. I have a bunch of Human Fall Flat videos that I filmed with one of my friends. I'll post that. I might make some other videos. The videos on my main channel will most likely take a tiny bit longer than today, just because I need different settings and lightings and all the fancy smancy stuff like that. By settings, I mainly just mean I need it to be night. So yeah. Anyways, oh god, what was I gonna start off with? Oh yeah, this room is great. There's so much more room for activity. Yeah, there's more room. But, so, if you're wondering why I have moved into this room, is because, this room used to be the bedroom for my older sister. Well, she was getting a job because she recently finished college and she needed a job. I was in the room over there, because I'm pretty sure it unflips when I go to, does it? And it was the smallest bedroom in the household. But when my older sister moved out, we had been planning to, make this my bedroom for a while. I only chose to be in that bedroom because, I'm not joking, nostalgia reasons. Basically, me and Eve, slept in that room as a very young child. So when we were no longer a very young child, we had to choose what rooms we wanted to move into. Eve moved into the room at the very end of the hallway. I stayed in that one, literally, because it's like, oh yeah, no. So for the bed, it is a loft bed with stairs leading up to it that you can't see. You can't really see the loft bed either. But there's stairs leading up to it. Looking into the camera. Oh wait, no, never mind, sorry. Stairs leading up to it over there. With stuff on it. There is a futon that can turn into a couch and also be a bed, in case anyone comes over. On the futon there's a shelf and there's a little storage space area. That's my closet, obviously. My desk is right at a window. There is clothes and books. And then room for activity. I've made the joke enough times. So yeah, that's my room tour. This was more silent than it was a minute ago, and I don't like it. I'm gonna turn this light on. It's not the full room light. The room light is off. But that's a light. So high. People keep saying that my eyes are gray. I thought they were greenish blue. They're like a greenish gray. Hi. We have fun here. I do. Sometimes. But, so, one of my friends at my school, I'm gonna call them, what am I gonna call them? I'm actually thinking, why is it so hard to think of what to call one of my friends? It's not their real birth given name. I'll just call them Simon. So Simon, we are the only 2 Jews in my class. We are both Ashkenazi Jews, being, I believe, from like the kind of like eastern part of the world. But I don't know for sure. At least like family-wise, we weren't. But anyway, so during lunch and recess, and really just anytime we're allowed to, we have conversations. Sometimes about anti-Semitism. Sometimes about how a lot of dark comedy is just Holocaust funny, or saying something just offensive, and if it doesn't work, then it's like, oh no, it's just a joke. Such as a lot of kids in my class say the R word a lot, and for no reason, people yell, oh my god, that's racist, which I might get to later. But anyway, we talk about a lot of stuff. It's fun conversations, sometimes about incredibly nonsensical things. But, so one time, we were talking about where our family came from, and the next day, I decided to write down where my family came from, because I wanted to know, and we talked about it the day previous. So, I wrote it down on a little sticky note. Now, this might not be all the places of where my family came from, but it's what we know of. Also, I'm probably going to say, like, a remark about that, like, place or something like that, after I say, yeah. So, on my mom's side, I am partially Scottish, partially Irish, and partially French. For the Irish thing, last night, one of my friends, they were over, right? And they were like, I'm mostly Irish. I'm whiter than all of you guys. And it's like, look at this. I am so white. I am so incredibly white. But a bit ago, me, Simon, and another guy who I'll find a name with later because I don't care to now. But we were like, out of the 3 of us, who's the whitest? Because we're all pretty white, right? The other guy and Simon were like, oh yeah, no, it's Simon. And then I was like, no, it's me. Yeah! Because they were wearing short sleeves. But when I took this down, they made the joke say, oh, my eyes! Which, that makes sense how I'm partially Irish, because I am so incredibly white. French. I don't know what to say about that. On my dad's side, why do I go like, you disgusting. I have no idea where I'm going with this. So anyway, on my dad's side, I am partially Russian, partially from Turkey, specifically Constantinople, used to be Istanbul. Yes, I will make a They Might Be Giants reference later, don't worry. Partially from Poland and partially from Hungary. Istanbul and Constantinople, been a long time ago. That was your reference. Good song. Good band. Don't play what, can you tell me what D is for? Or don't play D is for drums. Sorry, that's the name of the song. Don't play D is for drums in any middle school or high school. Because, I mean, I don't think I have to say a reason. Use your imagination if you wish. I'm probably going to talk about a bit of like poetry. So a while ago I started doing Russian and like learning Russian on Duolingo. I haven't done it in a hot second. Probably going to return to it soon. But oh yeah. One time, so Simon, right, the guy who I talk with a lot, they're part Ukrainian, and so I was talking with someone else, not the other guy from earlier, but it doesn't matter who they are, but, and I said, I'm part Russian, and my friend Simon's part Ukrainian, and they were like, are you gonna take over their lawn? I already have. I used it to store the vodka. And the other guy said, you put in your vodka in the backyard. It was a lot funnier that's basically all the context. Like, my hands look really big. They're not that big. It was funny. No, 5 completely different things. I don't want to edit this and switch it around because editing on like a 1-hour video is so annoying. If you're an editor, you understand. This is one of the reasons why I don't do a lot of incredibly long videos. Except I'm going to have to edit like 5 1-hour long videos. But that's fine. Yay. But, so yeah, it was fun. Oh god, I knew I... Oh yeah. Also, the day where I went in which I told Simon that I was post-Russian, and he told me that he was but Ukrainian, even though he told me the day before. Also, I thought I was partially from, partially British, and so I said that, and now it's like, oh, thank God I'm not. Listen, I'm American, okay? And, let's be honest, the 2 people that Americans make fun of the most, the French and the British. If you go on to an American person's podcast episode and expect them to not say something about the British at least once within about 5 episodes of the podcast, what were you expecting? It's called Mainly an Excuse to Rant, and I'm not ranting about the British. I don't care that much about the British. I just make jokes about them being bad because I'm American. I make fun of the British. A lot of Americans do. Really. Out of everyone I've asked with who do you think the Americans make fun of the most? First place French, second place British. And what's a hard? I don't know. I don't know why I was trying to kind of defend myself or anything there. I just meant it was all a joke and I think the British are fine. I don't care that much. If you're British, great, that's cool, as long as you're not just a bad person, right? If you're British and a good person, then that's great. There's a lot of British people who are great people. That's great. Anyway, back to funny podcast video. not that funny, but today, about about 2.5 hours ago, I was at today being Saturday, May 17th, I knew that. At my Hebrew school, it was the last day for the year, and in one of my classes, one of the teachers had a big thing of candy. And so he had the candy out. Excuse me. Here's the candy I got. So, by the way, aside from these candies, I also ate 1 mini Jawbreaker, 2 High Chews, 2 Starbursts, and I gave away like 3 lollipops, 2 High Chews, 1 mini Jawbreaker, and 1 Starburst. So, I also got 1 lollipop, 1 decapitated lollipop, and 3 mini Jawbreakers. And in my pocket, it looked like a lot of candy. In this cardigan pocket, looked like a lot of candy. So at points I would open up the pocket and I would say the illegal candy trade of 25. Or whenever I traded a candy with someone, like I give them a lollipop, they give me a mini Jawbreaker, I'd say the illegal candy trade of 25. At one point when I gave one of my friends a lollipop, the other Jewish friend that I have in my class doesn't go to the same Hebrew school as I do, but anyway, so they asked me for a lollipop, and I said, what do you have to trade? And they said that they gave all of it to their dad to hold for them, and I did this. I did the illegal candy trade of 25, and then I told his dad that it would all be blamed on him, and it will be. Yeah. Anyway, about Jewish. So, fun facts about Jewish. We got a space laser and we control the weather. If you didn't know that already, you know now. But so anyway, on top of the space laser, right? The space laser in space, aside from the fact that it travels around at a different pace than the Earth spins since it's in space, also it is pretty easy to see from the Earth. When it just set the forest on fire in California, right? So me, Simon, and another Jewish kid, the third Jewish kid, is in my grade but not in my class. So we devised a plan to make another space laser in the core of the Earth, which, first of all, would mean it would be easier to spin around. It would be from all angles. It could cause a mass tragedy. Even if you just wanted to aim it at one person, put a giant hole in the Earth, tragedy. Make a musical out of that, or a movie. More preferably a musical, because I'm a theater kid. But right, and then it's also less viewable. So they'll only know that it's there when it first attacks. We have the materials from the illegal candy trade of 25. I have all of the money from that. Right? So we can build it. That'll be great. Also, now, so my mom converted to being Jew And so, but she has not done the ritual so that she can control the space laser or the weather. So she can't do that, but I can because I was born a Jew. She hasn't done the ritual yet. But anyway, about controlling the weather. That same day, right, there was a storm. And that was all me. I did that. It was only in my, like, it was where I live. So if there wasn't one, then, I don't know. I guess it didn't work there. But, and then we were talking about how on the next Passover, I'm going to talk about Passover later, probably soon. On the next Passover, on the first day, like, it would rain the different things for all the plagues. It would rain blood. It would rain blood on one day. Right, on one day it would rain frogs. On one day it would rain burning hail. On one day it would rain the bodies of dead animals. One day it would rain locusts. One day it would rain literal lions and tigers. One day it would rain just darkness, I guess. And the final day, Passover, it would rain the dead bodies of male children from every species. There are a lot of things that make sense being a Jew that don't make sense anywhere else. For example, pretty much everything I just said. For my B'nai Mitzvah, right, with Eve, it's basically where, it's a bat mitzvah, but two people are doing it, and so they each read parts of the portion. It's normally a little longer because, they each read parts of the portion. One person reads the Haftarah, one before Haftarah, one after Haftarah. Well, no, they split the Haftarah, one person before, one person after Haftarah. Right, if we don't get what any of that was, great, good, but, so, anyway, oh wait, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so, we have the portion bow, and it's one of the portions of Passover. I'm pretty sure it starts at the seventh plague, which I believe is the locust, if my brain is remembering that correctly, but I don't know if it is. I just remember that I'm pretty sure it starts on locusts. And so Eve has the ninth plague, the plague of darkness, in which darkness envelops Egypt and no one can see or anything like that, right, for, I believe, a week in the Torah. But so I have the portion where God says unto Moses, hey, look, buddy, I need you to do one thing for me, okay? One thing for me. What is it this time? Okay, right. I'm gonna need you to tell the Jews that I'm gonna kill a bunch of children. What? I'm gonna just a whole lot of children. Every firstborn male child of every male species in Egypt dead. I'm gonna kill a whole. Oh my God, Moses, you do not. I'm just gonna kill a bunch of children. So many children dead. Oh my God, dude. What can we do to stop the? Oh yeah, right. I also need you to tell them that if they don't want their first male-born child to be deadened, then they gotta kill a lamb and put its blood on their doors. So just like a bunch of deaths. Like, there's gonna be the death of all the animals because they don't have hands. It really just sucks for them, honestly. But I don't care. I've killed like 8 billion people, Noah's Ark. But right, a bunch of people, children are gonna die. And sure, some Egyptians might catch on or be cold, but it's like, in the end, it doesn't really matter that much. But and then like the Jews gotta kill a lamb. I'm pretty sure like one lamb per house. Yeah, like I got a paintbrush from like Five Below, Dollar Tree, whatever. I don't care. Paint it on the door. Then as I walk by, it'll be all ominous. Cool. We can make a movie about it. Look, someday they're gonna make an animated movie musical about it. It's gonna be great. Not just about the children murder, but yeah. I'm gonna walk by and everyone's gonna be like, oh God, and be terrified that I'm gonna kill their child. I'm not gonna, unless if a Jew doesn't have lamb's blood on their door, sucks for them, I guess. I'm gotta do that. So yeah, now even though my portion isn't directly God killing the children, which I find it funny how me, Eve, and a bunch of other people were sad about. It's like, oh, I don't get to talk about God killing children. Oh my God, don't take this out of context. But I have the part in which God says unto Moses that he's going to kill children, which is fun and very family friendly, and why we do it every year. And the kids get to have a little pop-up where like it's a cow, then they click a button and the cow's head go boing. Hi. That's a toy, literally. A couple Passovers ago, we had a toy in which there was a little cow, right? And for the death of the livestock, you would click a button and the cow's head would go boing, right? And then one of my friend's parents were like, "Your kids play with stuff like this?" And my mom was like, "Yeah, what do you mean?" It makes total sense. Also, I am going to describe the hiding of the Afikoman without saying hiding the Afikoman. And I'm going to say how I found it this year. So, my dad hid 2 pieces of chocolate-covered bread in a nice, chic, white cover. Very fancy, very nice, not dusty, you know. Me and Eve, we ran to get it to try to find that chocolate bread first to get a prize, and also to eat it after, but mainly to get a prize, you know. And then I threw all the toys out of a little red dusty toy bin we haven't used in years, incredibly dusty, very dirty, right? And in there I found the chocolate bread inside of the nice white cover. And I ran back. Then Eve found it under, squashed between exploding kittens and like mouse trap. Yeah, and then we had about 5 cups of grape juice. No, the full cups of grape juice are spread throughout the night. Last year I had around 10 cups of grape juice. This year I had around 6. Yeah. I don't know. Last time we talked about Purim, this time we talk about Passover, even though it's been past the month of Passover. Oh well. Passover, not Passover. Oh well, it's fine. There was Passover during my hiatus that I procrastinated for forever. Ooh, yay. Got about 30 minutes. Woo, guys, let's go. Yeah. We have fun here. So, oh wait. Oh no. Oh wait, no. My brain is leaving me. It was already gone mostly, and now it's just sound effects. Oh my God. This is most of the episodes, isn't it? Sorry about that. My brain is not Oh, I found this. Let me explain myself, please. So, me and Eve, before we go to Hebrew school, we pick up, we get like some food because it's long and, yeah. And so we had $5 each because it was the last day. But normally we have like $2.50 each and $5 in total, but we had $10. But so anyway, and I saw this. This wasn't the packaging it was in. There was a little like poorly printed minion, and it said like sticky drop pop or what, I don't know. Later someone gave it boils by sticking it with an umbrella. Oh wait, yeah, no, during Passover, how would it rain boils? That would kind of be gross. I wouldn't want it to rain boils. That would be sick. Ew. Anyway, back to whatever this is. I never heard of it before. Baby bottle pops are factually better, and I don't care what anyone says. So, obviously I had to get it because it didn't explain what it was, and there was a weird poorly printed minion on it. So, apparently what this is I already ate the popsicle, but, so there would be a popsicle on here, even though Eve broke off the top part while trying to, and apparently you were supposed to use the liquid inside of here to squirt it inside of the popsicle and eat the popsicle, which I didn't do because the top part was, anyway, so, and it tasted good, right? Not better than a baby bottle pop. This liquid is one of, if not the most sour things I've tasted in my entire life. And I know that my opinions cannot always be taken for granted because when I tried the mild at Hangry Joe's, which is like a spicy chicken fast food restaurant, and it's really good. But when I tried the mild at Hangry Joe's, after about 4 things, I was tearing up. So yes, I know, at least by things like spiciness, I am a stereotypical white man, and I also am to sour. Sour Patch Kids are sour. The watermelon Sour Patch Kids that say not so sour are sour. This is so incredibly but so what I did is I took off the cap and then I tried to squirt the juices into my mouth, but that didn't work, so I just sucked on the little straw thing there to get the juices inside of me mouth. That sounded weird. I just want you to see my reaction when I take it, when I squirt it into my mouth. Oh, that was a lot. Oh. I did a thing. Oh, tastes good. Now better than baby bottle pop. Sour. Oh my god. Oh yeah, also this month is Jewish American Heritage Month. I'm sad though because so last year in my school there was a Jewish American Heritage Month assembly, which was fun, right? It's where some people, it was mainly just singing songs because there were about 5 Jewish people in the entire school. So it was mainly just kids singing a song that they like, and then like incredibly poorly. Something along the lines like, "Baby, you're fine. You won't come and That was my rendition of Fireworks by, I don't know who was by. I just heard it in like a bus because everyone has heard it, I think. But so one of the things was someone doing like kind of Shabbat, right? It didn't really do Shabbat though because time reasons, also because they can't really bring a candle into school and light it, or alcohol, or challah. I mean, maybe challah, but not an alcohol or a candle. In alcohol. Or vodka. No, but, so, you know, one of the people, one of my friends actually said, the Passover story. So yeah, I did the Purim story because that's my favorite holiday, and I don't care what anyone says. I love acting. I am a theater kid, and I am sad that I do not get to play as Haman, and I've only gotten to play as either guest number 2 and King Ahasuerus. Once. Did something fall on the ground? No, okay, good. I thought I heard something fall on the ground. But for some reason, I don't know why. Oh yeah, also, and then Eve and one of her friends sung and drummed to Hava Nagila, which is a song. It goes like Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila. Good song. It's fun. It's basically just where everyone holds hands, and then I'll do kind of a representation of it. So everyone holds hands, you know, then Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, Hava, and then at one part they go da 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 da. Wait, do they copy me on like da 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 da? It's fun, but yeah, it's especially fun because, sorry, I'm gonna get up again. It goes faster and faster, and it's all completely unrelated. But one time, one of my friends at camp wanted to do the Hava Nagila, and we were on sand, so it didn't hurt, but it went incredibly fast. And you're like, Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila. I fell over. It's fun to do. Oh, by the way, you don't just like walk around in a circle. You do the grapevine in which you cross your. So I can't really. So if you don't know what the grapevine is, basically, you know, you're here and then you go cross your legs out, cross your leg this way out, and so you walk like this. So it's like which is also an easy way to kind of like look inside of the circle while walking around instead of doing that. But apparently, even though I did not see this, apparently a couple kids did during the thing did the salute to to the bad man. So that's fun. And I don't know if that's... We didn't do it this year. And I don't know if that's the reason, because I don't think it would be. Because, like, aside from the fact that a bunch of kids were just singing something completely unrelated, Like, that's fine. That happens during every performance, like every assembly, right? I don't know, because I don't know why they didn't do it this year. Because even though there's still a bit more left in the Jewish American Heritage Month, we have to like practice and everything, and that takes forever. Which is really annoying then, because like it would be fun. And literally, some people in my class don't know what Hebrew is. If you don't know what Hebrew is, it's one of the Jewish languages. Right? But sorry. Wait, I'm gonna say that in a second. And like, yeah, sure, some of the people were being annoying. Like one time, I forget exactly what I wanted to do originally. Originally I wanted to say the Passover story. But and one of the people who was orchestrating was like, look, I'm Jewish. I know this. Okay, you cannot say Adonai, all God. And it's like, first of all, I'm saying all God. Second of all, that is one of the biggest things in the Jewish religion. Third of all, you're not even Jewish. Like, you would say that about anything. Because she's not Jewish. I'm pretty sure she's Christian. Because that's the only time she's ever said that she's Jewish. And I don't think she knows anything about Jewish. I'm Jewish. It's fine to say Adonai, all God. Because that is talking about the God in the Jewish religion. During Jewish American Heritage Month. Why? Anyway. Going back to another thing. So we're reading When My Name Was Kyoko in class. Really good book so far. But, I forget why, but the teacher asked if anyone knew how to count to 5 in Korean, because that's the language that they speak in When My Name Was Kyoko. Good book. I'd suggest reading it. Yeah. But then they said a bunch of different languages, and then it got to Hebrew, and me and Simon would be the only people who would know Hebrew, because we're the only Jewish people in the class. And one of the kids, said, "What's a Hebrew?" And now me and Simon, multiple times we have talked about, Jewish religion and about Hebrew being the language of the Jewish religion, multiple times in front of the person who said that. And so we were like, what do you mean, what's a Hebrew? And so aside from the fact that a really annoying kid was asking Simon, oh, yeah, what is a Hebrew, huh? Pretty much immediately after, the guy who said, what's a Hebrew, yelled, oh my God, you guys are being racist. What? Doesn't make any sense at all. I swear, that is all that happened. And they do that so many times. It's like, and it's like, oh yeah, no, is this a joke? Ha ha ha. 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 And they do that so many times to other things that also aren't racist. And I don't get why. Anyway. I've said anyway so many times in this video. Yay. I'm trying to make this video about like Jewish related things, another video about theater kid related things, even if it's loose, and then the third video just every other thing. Do I end it here? Oh yeah, I know what to say. Oh, so first of all, so next year in my Hebrew school, the director this year stepped down from being director, which is kind of sad because they're really nice and they're funny and everyone loves around a director, right? Because yeah, they're teaching us my class next year. our class is probably one of the, excuse me, it's not the most, like, crazy class, because aside from the fact that we have the most students, we have, like, 25 students, and there were, like, 100-something people in the entire synagogue, but, it's also, like, pretty much all of them don't pay attention or care or anything like that and just do whatever. But we're going to read Mars, which, if you don't know what that is, it is a book kind of like about the Holocaust with the Jews and other people as mice and Hitler and the people as cats. I'm pretty sure it's good. I've heard good things about it. And I'm excited to read about it next year because even though, yes, it will definitely be graphic, there'll be a lot of touchy, like a lot of touchy topics because, obviously, like, it'll be interesting, So, and there are, like, kind of awards that everyone gets at the end of the year. The award that I got was the Macaron Award for bringing nuanced and complex conversations into class. And aside from the fact that it's like, yay, I do, because I can talk for forever about a lot of things, not especially, but also including a lot of touchy topics. Sometimes because I get bored, and then I watch a YouTube video of them, and then I'm scared, and I can't sleep for the rest of the night, but that's fine. Except for the fact that I don't like macarons. Gotta be honest, I don't care if it's a controversial opinion, because I don't know why it would be. It's not my thing, honestly. But one of the other kids was like, next year you're gonna get in so much trouble from the Hebrew school director. And aside from the fact that I've almost never gotten in trouble in Hebrew school, why would I? Like, multiple times during class, if one of our teachers in one of the classes was talking about something like war, then normally a lot of other people would be like talking and interrupting and maybe making jokes or laughing or doing something like that. Normally something disrespectful. And then I would just stay silent. And if there was a part where we could all talk about like what we thought about it, right? Or if he wanted us to look at something, right, then I would get up because I was paying attention. I just wasn't talking because obvious reasons, right? So especially like one of the times they were talking about one of their friends who died in a terrorist attack. And one of my friends was scrolling on their watch, and it was timed oh so terribly perfectly to the point where when they saw a funny thing on their watch is exactly when the teacher said that their friend died and was the only casualty in a terrorist attack. Which is, it's also, I feel like it's kind of common sense. If someone's saying something kind of like personal or about even just a touchy topic or about war, right, because it's about war, then shut up, right? You listen to what they say, and if you have something to say it at the right time when they are done speaking or if there's a question or anything like that, right? Because that's just common sense, I feel like. So I probably wouldn't get in trouble when we were talking about that. And also, they are so annoying. Like, they hate me. And there's one other guy who has the same name as me. And I don't know why. They just hate me and them just because of our name. And I know they are so annoying. I don't care if they're watching this. They're probably not because I'm a small YouTuber and they don't even know my YouTube channel. But here's the thing. My sister and their friends have to pretend that they're friends with her because or else it's gonna be so much worse. And they're like, oh, she's so annoying. And even though, it's not good to talk about someone behind their back and be like, oh, I'm friends with you. No, I'm not friends with you. That's not good. It's like, they could definitely say, hey, I don't want to be friends with you. You're kind of annoying. Because the annoying person, they don't really have any, they're not, that strong. One time when I said, hey, I don't want to be friends with you, to someone who literally, they don't do this anymore, but they used to literally pretty much every day beat me and my friends up, or at least attempt to, which is not a very smart idea. Yeah. But, it's also, you just say it, right? It's really annoying, especially then if they find out and say, you didn't like me this whole time, you could have just said something, right? Oh, so many times in class, not in their class, but in my class, because since it's so big and you don't have enough room, our grade is split up into 2 classes. But so many times we talk about, maybe someone's talking about someone else behind their back, and I don't know who that person is because they go to a different school than me. Pretty much in my class, everyone goes to, one school, then I go to a different school, so I don't know what's going on. But pretty much every time, me and the teacher, because the teacher's cool, all of the teachers there are cool and nice and fun. Me and the teacher was like, oh my god. And it's not even, kind of light stuff. It's I don't know, I said bird stuff like that. It's bad stuff, something just say it to their face. If you think something, then say it to their face. And so, one second, sorry, I'm just gonna turn this light up, because I need it to be up for later. But, so, there's a kid in the class who, they don't know if he has autism, someone just thinks that they do, and so many times they're like, oh, they were being so autistic, they were just, which, first of all, don't use autism as an insult. It's not. It is, yeah, sorry, without cussing me. Yeah, it's not, first of all, it's not a bad thing if you have it. It just means you think differently, and a couple other things, right? But, it's a lot of people don't make fun of ADHD, but then, oh, there's autism. Not gonna say. I don't want to keep doing this. But, so anyways, sorry, I know I've said that so many times. But, and then, it's just aside from the fact that you, and it's don't use autism as an insult. You don't even know if they have autism as well. You're literally just bullying them. And apparently, the only reason that they think he has autism is because the one time, I forget where we were, but the main guy who says it, he pulled out his watch, and he pulled out a picture of him that he has for some reason. And he said, look at him, isn't he so autistic? And I had to tell him at least 10 times that people with autism look like everyone else. It's not something that makes you look different, and even that wouldn't be bad, right? If autism was something along the lines of your teeth being bigger, that's fine. But it's not, and also people with autism look the same. If someone did look different, then that is okay, that is acceptable, right? And again, they don't even know they have autism, and I'm pretty sure they're only saying this because they think they do. I went on a 5-minute rant about autism from talking about Hebrew school. Because, I mean, it happens during Hebrew school, right? So yeah. Oh gosh. I think I was gonna say one more thing, but I don't know for sure. So I'm gonna end the video here. Goodbye. If you liked the video and you want to like it, you can like it. It's down there, I believe, like around over here. If you didn't like the video, you want to dislike it, I believe around over here. I believe it's on this side of the button. I don't know for sure if the comments will be turned on, but if they are and you want to comment something related or not related to the video, as long as it's not something offensive or rude or anything like that, feel free to comment if comments are on, which I don't know why they wouldn't be, but I'm having trouble with turning my comments on. I don't know why. If you want to see more of my videos, more of my content, you know, and you like my channel, subscribe, probably around over here. If you want to get notifications, notification bell around here. Probably know all this stuff, but I'm just gonna say it. Goodbye, have a good existence, and don't get run over by a train. Goodbye.